Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
And Jesse and I are honored and privileged to have Nick LaLota, who's the Chief of Staff for the Suffolk County Legislature, on the line with us. Jesse, would you be kind enough to introduce Nick to our listeners?
Sure, it's my pleasure to introduce Nick to our listeners, and I think we've mentioned a lot of his issues. But Nick LaLota is, first and foremost, is someone who's defended this country on frigates and aircraft carriers. And there are big shoes to fill in the 1st Congressional District with Lee Zeldin vacating that seat and moving up to, by the grace of God, be our next governor. But we need an Army-Navy team here. We have the Army covered with Lee Zeldin, and the Navy part of this team is Nick LaLota, who is a son of a family of law enforcement, and he'll get into that. But as someone who has been like we used it before, the tip of the spear to ensure voter integrity, to protect our elected officials, and ensure that our elections are secure. But more importantly, come from a law enforcement family and has served in uniform to defend this country and our nation. And we look forward to having him defend the people of the 1st Congressional District come January down in Washington. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Great to be with you guys. Thanks for the good shout out, Chairman.
Well, there are 3 issues I'd like you to touch upon, Nick, because I think it's very important to the people of this great state and people of Long Island in the 1st Congressional District. One is the issue of border security. The second is law and order in our state and our communities. And the third, these runaway deals foisted upon the American people by Schumer, and it's the latest deal, the reconciliation bill that's gone through, the Schumer and Manchin deal. So if you talk about those 3, I'd like to hear about that, and as would our listeners.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, Judge. You know, our southern border needs to be sealed. It's the first and foremost thing that the next Congress needs to hold the administration accountable on. Secretary Mayorkas from Homeland Security hasn't been doing his job. It's somewhere near negligent, maybe even up to reckless, Judge. You know, this is a border, and in any other country, a border means something. Our border has to mean something. We have to stop the drugs from coming in. We have to stop the weapons from coming in. We have to stop the sex trafficking from coming in. Now, there's a legal immigration process that we've had in this country for many years. You know, I'm a 4th-generation American. You know, my great-great-grandparents came here from Sicily and from Germany and Ireland. Like many other Long Islanders, and there's a legal immigration process we should follow. And the first step to that process is sealing that border. But of course, the Republican Congress, we need to do more than just that. We need to ensure the right amount of funding to get more immigration judges to be ruling on these backlogs of immigration cases. They're taking 18, 24, and 30 months to hear. And you're having these folks who are in our country illegally stay here, remain here, while their cases supposedly get heard in a couple of years from now. The next Republican Congress absolutely needs to prioritize the funding of more federal immigration judges so that we can help clear this terrible backlog of illegals in our country.
Well, this has been a wonderful interview with Nick LaLota, the Republican candidate for Congress in the 1st Congressional District in the primary election coming up on August 23rd. Nick, I want to thank you very, very much for being on the show. Chairman Garcia and I deeply appreciate this. Your thoughtfulness, your concern, your energy, your service to this country started as a young man, as a graduate of Annapolis. You did service overseas for this country. You've had public positions out on Suffolk County. You are part of Suffolk County. You haven't just dropped in to run for office. You know and care about the people. I'm very proud to have had you on the show, and I want to thank you very, very much for being with us.
Thanks so much, Judge. I appreciate the opportunity. This is a great country, and it'll continue to be great if we all work towards that.